everybody to Suples Gym at Atos here in San Diego, California. What I wanted to talk about today was maybe some of the issues you have, like in this place, it's a relatively smaller studio, so we really have to be creative about how we introduce and how we are creative with our exercise selection using the tools that we have. So we don't need to have a separate piece of equipment for every single movement we're going to do. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you today how we're going to do a hamstring movement. Okay, just like a glute ham raise, but we're going to use an incline bench. We're going to use the Gladiator Wall, thick pad here, and some tubing. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get on the bench here, and let me show you. So I use this padding here as a way, of course, to protect my ankle so I don't get any pain here on the Gladiator Wall. We're going to get in, apply pressure as I'm bringing my toes towards my shins to make sure I'm in a good position. Make sure my hamstrings now are upregulated, fully flexed, ready to go. So now I don't want to do this as I come down, right? Because if I do this, where am I throwing the weight? Throwing it more on the hip flexor, glute, less on the hamstring. So what I have to do is I have to concentrate on pushing my hips out. And as I come down, now my hamstrings right now are already firing up. So they come down, I'm going to pull up, pull back. And that's about all the motion I could go right now before I'm going to be able to lose it and fall down or come down to the pad. I have the pad here though. If I fall, I just use the pad as like a safety measure, okay? But how can I get more depth as I'm just using these repetitions, which is fine, as I come down, because I'm going to build up the strength back here, is I'm going to use this band. I take this band, I just wrap it around my lats here, my chest, okay? So now as I'm here, what I'm going to do is still drive the hips forward, but now having a little bit of resistance, I feel a little safer. I'm going to push it a little farther, and I'm just going to let those hamstrings work, and I'm going to pull myself back up. As I come back up, I'm still contracting the hamstring as hard as I can. Okay, I'm driving my ankles into the pad. I come down, come down, come down, come down, squeeze up, come down again, good, come down. Now once I start doing that, maybe 3 to 5 reps, I'm done. Now I'm going to take the negative motion, squeeze, 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 up, squeeze, 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 up, come down, squeeze, 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 drive the hips forward, up. And that way I can finish it off with some negative motion. So again, we're just trying to be creative with the tools we have. I know you may not have this at your gym, but if you try it, this contracts my hamstrings more than any glute ham machine I've ever used. Effective workout and excellent exercise. Just one tip, as I just showed you the movement we did on the incline bench here at the Gladiator Wall for the hamstrings to simulate the glute ham raise, is an effective pad so you're not having any discomfort as you're performing the movement. We have 2 pads over here. Let me come over here and show you. As we look at the typical pad you're probably going to find in the gym is going to be something like this. Okay, this is not quite so good. It kind of hurts the back of your ankles compared to this pad, and you can see the difference in thickness, okay? So take this one, throw it away, it's no good. You can order this. This is a pad made by Hampton, okay? It's one of the few that I've seen that actually has this type of thickness to use. We also do it for hip extension with the bar across the waist as we're laying on a bench. Very effective pad, and when we use it for this movement, back of the ankle, no problem, no discomfort, so you can really focus on the hamstring contraction.